We've been taught all our lives that action is everything, but that's only half the truth. Living in a material world where action leads to consequence, we humans tend to forget a very basic, very powerful truth of creation. We forget about our ability to think, to imagine, to feel, to create. We forget about the power of our emotions. We consider them to be embarrassing and unnecessary hindrances to our achievements. We discount our emotions as we set goals and focus on an action plan. If we do not attain our goals, we just come back with more action next time. We get caught up with the actions that will produce results, and we neglect the one facet which determines our success more than any other thing we can ever do with our actions. Living in a world that sees action as the best solution, we believe that it is only the action which gets the results we are wanting. But if we are living only in a world of action, we are living well below our potential. Our thoughts are powerful, more powerful than most people realize. For it is in our thoughts that the creation is born, and it is in the emotion that the manifestations first appear. Wherever you look, you can see the evidence of this in our material world. Every man-made thing was once a thought in someone's mind, an idea that was brought into physical form. Every piece of art was brought forth by thoughts and emotions which swirled around within the artist. Every brilliant piece of music, every culinary dish, every piece of clothing, every building in the world was first a thought, and that thought was focused upon long enough to inspire action, which then produced a manifestation in this time-space reality. This is the full creative force of consciousness. This is the power that created our universe, and this is the power which keeps creation going. The same holds true for our bodies. When we are harboring negative feelings for a long enough period of time, our bodies respond to those feelings by producing tangible results. The next time you get a physical ailment, stop and think about how you felt when the incident occurred. What were you thinking at the time? What was the emotional atmosphere? And how does that ailment make you feel emotionally? If you are paying attention to your thoughts and emotions, you will begin to notice how they play a creative part in your physical world. This is not a new concept, but it is one which is not often considered by most of Western society. When you begin to notice the correlation between your thoughts and your body's response, you are on your way to becoming truly empowered because you begin to see just how powerful your thoughts can be. In his book, The Hidden Messages in Water, Dr. Masaru Emoto demonstrates the influence thoughts can have on water. Using high-speed photography, Dr. Emoto discovered that the frozen crystals of different types of water revealed changes in structure when specific and concentrated thoughts were directed toward them. When the water was exposed to loving words, the crystals formed beautiful, complex, and colorful, snowflake-like patterns. But when the water was exposed to negative words, the crystals formed incomplete, asymmetrical, and dull-colored patterns. The differences were stark and noteworthy. When one realizes that the human body is mostly made up of water, the implications of his research are life-changing. Modern research echoes this too. Studies on the placebo effect show how belief alone can spark measurable healing. Athletes use visualization not just to prepare, but to enhance their performance. This shows us that thoughts are not abstract, but they are creative forces. And they are forces we can control. If thoughts and emotions can shape water, the body, and even performance, why then do we live in a world that dismisses them so easily? Modern life promotes action and downplays the importance of emotion. Here in my country, we are a left-brained, action-orientated type of society which tends to see emotions as messy, hormonal, or just simply unwanted. Often in the business world, being emotional is seen as a weakness, and in fact is considered to be detrimental to success. For the most part, many of us are taught to push aside the unpleasant emotions. We save the drama of emotions for our daytime soap operas and our tantrum-throwing children. But by labeling our emotions as a low priority, we are doing ourselves a huge disservice. By neglecting the emotional world, we are operating at a fraction of our capacity, for we are neglecting the power that creates worlds. By ignoring our emotions, we cut ourselves off from the compass that points us toward alignment, joy, and effortless creation. Emotions are not drama, they are data, they are guidance, they are the raw power of creation itself. What if, instead of pushing through endless action, you allowed deliberate thought and emotion to guide you? What if you followed the spark of excitement before you moved and trusted the flow of inspiration before you planned? Imagine what it would be like when we allow the fullness of our spiritual selves into our material world. Imagine following the good emotions and seeing where they led us. Imagine incorporating our emotional guidance before taking action. Imagine receiving the emotional inspiration to take an action which will lead to wondrous creations. This is how the great works of art are made. This is how the amazing results of focused vision are made. This is how we truly create. Imagine a world full of deliberate thinkers, of emotionally connected creators. No longer would the great achievements be for the masters alone, but for anyone willing to tap into that energy. That's tapping into the universal creative power from which we came. That's true leverage, and that's where we must all ultimately go as we continue to evolve as beings. Slowly, the world is beginning to awaken to this truth. As we do, it is our responsibility as deliberate creators to create the type of world we all want to live in. The future is ours for the making. We just need to get our thoughts aligned. So I ask you, are you willing to harness the power of your own thoughts? Are you ready to create deliberately rather than react endlessly? Because the truth is simple. Your thoughts are more powerful than your actions, and they always have been. If you found this video helpful and would like for me to make more like this, please like and subscribe so I know that you do. And if you are in need of spiritual guidance, book your reading with me or one of the other talented readers at laughinggypsy.com.